PLO, in its armed struggle against Israel. In 1974, the GDR government recognized PLO as the sole legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. 103. The PLO declared the Palestinian state on the 15th of November, 1988 during the First Intifada, and the GDR recognized the state prior to reunification. 104. After becoming a member of the UN, East Germany made excellent use of the UN to wage political warfare against Israel, and was an enthusiastic, high-profile, and vigorous member of the anti-Israeli majority of the General Assembly. 100. Soviet military occupation. Economy. The East German economy began poorly because of the devastation caused by the Second World War, the loss of so many young soldiers, the disruption of business and transportation, the Allied bombing campaigns that decimated cities, and reparations owed to the USSR. The Red Army dismantled and transported to Russia the infrastructure and industrial plants of the Soviet zone of occupation. By the early 1950s, the reparations were paid in agricultural and industrial products, and Lower Silesia, with its coal mines and Szczecin, an important natural port, were given to Poland by the decision of Stalin and in accordance with the Potsdam Agreement. 49. The socialist centrally planned economy of the German Democratic Republic was like that of the USSR. In 1950, the GDR joined the Comcontrade bloc. In 1985, collective, state, enterprises earned 96.7% of the net national income. To ensure stable prices for goods and services, the state paid 80% of basic supply costs. The estimated 1984 per capita income was $9,800, $22,600 in 2015 dollars. This is based on an unreal official exchange rate. In 1976, the average annual growth of the GDP was approximately 5%. This made the East German economy the richest in all of the Soviet bloc until reunification in 1990. 105. Notable East German exports were photographic cameras, under the Praktika brand, automobiles under the Trabant, Wartburg, and the IFA brands, hunting rifles, sextants, typewriters and wristwatches. Until the 1960s, East Germans endured shortages of basic foodstuffs such as sugar and coffee. East Germans with friends or relatives in the West, or with annuities to a hard currency, and the necessary Staatsbank foreign currency account could afford Western products and export quality East German products via Intershop. Consumer goods also were available, by post, from the Danish Jauer Food and Genex companies. The government used money and prices as political devices, providing highly subsidized prices for a wide range of basic goods and services, in what was known as the second pay packet. 106. At the production level, artificial prices made for a system of semi-barter and resource hoarding. For the consumer, it led to the substitution of GDR money with time, barter, and hard currencies. The socialist economy became steadily more dependent on financial infusions from hard currency loans from West Germany. East Germans, meanwhile, came to see their soft currency as worthless relative to the Deutsche Mark. DM. 107. Economic.
Yes, I have this Danish video. I need to put public. Now it's 10:40 p.m. Let's make it public. This is my day 79 Ukraine video. But the Danish news not mention Ukraine much anymore. So That's a little bit hard to know because I'm not looking news on my Twitter every day anymore. Yes, then I need to add it to my playlist. And I think I forgot to add the video last night. I had to find that. Yes, I forgot the video to add, because this is why I need to add it. I need my day 78 video from yesterday. But I made more than 20 videos. Or 30-minute videos since yesterday. No. Yes, I have to check. Yes, 70, 78, 79, yes, then close again. Good. Let's take few licorice. But I have eaten so much licorice. That's not good. Oh, not this one. Licorice lover. That's strong candy, and I eat some of this yellow. That's some smaller licorice. Yes, then I will continue to eat a few more. Yes, that's the one I like. That's very strong. But I clean the sink, there's no dishwash. I forgot to eat this banana. So we are close to 11 p.m. So we have to think about but it's Saturday evening. It's Friday evening.
Map of the East German economy. The Trabant automobile weighs a profitable product made in German Democratic Republic. Issues would also persist in the east of Germany after the reunification of the West and the East. According to the Federal Office of Political Education, 23 June 2009, in 1991 alone, 153 billion Deutschmarks had to be transferred to Eastern Germany to secure incomes, support businesses and improve infrastructure. By 1999 the total had amounted to 1.634 trillion marks net. The sums were so large that public debt in Germany more than doubled. 108. Consumption and jobs. Growth in GDP per capita in East and West Germany, 109. East Germany, West Germany 1945 19606.210.919702.74.419701980.62.81980.31.90.31.9 total 1951 9893.14.3 Many Western commentators have maintained that loyalty to the sed was a primary criterion for getting a good job, and that professionalism was secondary to political criteria in personnel recruitment and development. 110. Beginning in 1963 with a series of secret international agreements, East Germany recruited workers from Poland, Hungary, Cuba, Albania, Mozambique, Angola and North Vietnam. They numbered more than 100,000 by 1989. Many, such as future politicians Eka Skal, who emigrated from Angola in 1988 as a contract worker, stayed in Germany after the Wendy. 111. Religion. Religion in East Germany, 1950. Religion % Protestant, 85% Catholic, 10% unaffiliated, 5%. Religion in East Germany, 1989. Religion % Protestant, 25% Catholic, 5% unaffiliated, 70%. Religion became contested ground in the GDR, with the governing communists promoting state atheism, although some people remained loyal to Christian communities. 112. In 1957 the state authorities established a state secretariat for church affairs to handle the government's contact with churches and with religious groups. Winking Sad Smiley. 113. The sed remained officially atheist. 114. In 1950, 85% of the GDR citizens were Protestants, while 10% were Catholics. In 1961, the renowned philosophical theologian Paul Tillich claimed that the Protestant population in East Germany had the most admirable church in Protestantism, because the communists there had not been able to win a spiritual victory over them. 115. By 1989, membership in the Christian churches had dropped significantly. Protestants constituted 25% of the population, Catholics 5%. The share of people who considered themselves non-religious rose from 5% in 1950 to 70% in 1989. State atheism. When it first came to power, the Communist Party asserted the compatibility of Christianity and Marxism-Leninism and sought Christian participation in the building of socialism. At first, the promotion of Marxist-Leninist atheism received little official attention. In the mid-1950s, as the Cold War heated up, atheism became a topic of major interest for the state, in both domestic and foreign contexts. University chairs and departments devoted to the study of scientific atheism were founded and much literature, scholarly and popular, on the subject was produced. This activity subsided in the late 1960s amid perceptions that it had started to become counterproductive. Official and scholarly attention to atheism renewed beginning in 1973. Though this time with more emphasis on scholarship and on the training of cadres than on propaganda. Throughout, the attention paid to atheism in East Germany was never intended to jeopardize the cooperation that was desired from those East Germans who were religious. 116. Protestantism. A 1980 meeting between representatives of the BEK and Erich Honecker. East Germany, historically, was majority Protestant, primarily Lutheran, from the early stages of the Protestant Reformation onwards. In 1948, freed from the influence of the Nazi-oriented German Christians, Lutheran Reformed and United Churches from most parts of Germany came together as the Evangelical Church in Germany, EKD, at the Conference of Eisenach, Kirchenversammlung von Eisenach. In 1969 the regional Protestant churches in East Germany and East Berlin, J, broke away from the EKD and formed the Federation of Protestant Churches in the German Democratic Republic, German, Bund der Evangelischen Kirchen in der DDR, BEK. In 1970 also joined by the Moravian Herrnhuter Brudergemeinde. In June 1991, following the German reunification, The BK churches again merged with the EKD ones. Between 1956 and 1971, the leadership of the East German Lutheran churches gradually changed its relations with the state from hostility to cooperation. 117. From the founding of the GDR in 1949, the Socialist Unity Party sought to weaken the influence of the church on the rising generation. The church adopted an attitude of confrontation and distance toward the state. Around 1956, this began to develop into a more neutral stance accommodating conditional loyalty. The government was no longer regarded as illegitimate. Instead, the church leaders started viewing the authorities as installed by God and, therefore, deserving of obedience by Christians. But on matters where the state demanded something which the churches felt was not in accordance with the will of God, the churches reserved the right to say no. There were both structural and intentional causes behind this development. Structural causes included the hardening of Cold War tensions in Europe in the mid-1950s, which made it clear that the East German state was not temporary. The loss of church members also made it clear to the leaders of the church that they had to come into some kind of dialogue with the state. The intentions behind the change of attitude varied from a traditional liberal Lutheran acceptance of secular power to a positive attitude toward socialist ideas. 118.
Yes, I think we should maybe stop here, because it's close to 11 p.m. It's close to 11 p.m. This computer voice is very loud and my voice is very loud. So I think we should stop here. So that's 2 parts of video. But I will continue tomorrow. Just try to get some sleep and then I will get up before 9 a.m. So I will play GTA 5 a little bit, like less 1 hour, then I will upload and go to bed. Oh, I will upload, watching Netflix a little bit, and then when the GTA 5 upload is finished, I will close the computer. Then I will sleep, try to sleep, maybe I cannot sleep. And when I'm finished uploading this, I will close this computer. So let's do that. I continue tomorrow.